Well, hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome to day 4 of Nitrogen Bootcamp. Super excited to be back with all of you today. But just a brief introduction again. My name is Ian, part of the coaching team here at Nitrogen, and joined again by my amazing teammate Stephanie. Stephanie, how you doing today?
Hello, Ian. Doing pretty well. Excited to be here again.
Awesome, awesome. So, like the screen says there, today is all about nitrogen, AI innovation, and really those tools to help you crush your client meetings with Nitrogen's newest AI features. These tools are designed to help you save time behind the scenes, and also to help you shine in front of your clients.
Yeah, absolutely. So while most AI tools are built for back office automation, Nitrogen's AI capabilities are built for real client conversations before, during, and after. So from prepping for meetings to explaining portfolio decisions and uncovering new opportunities. Today, we'll walk you through some of those capabilities and show you how AI can elevate every step of your client experience.
Yep, that's right. So really quickly before we get into all of the content, we have a lot to cover today. So I'll move things along here pretty quickly. But just some housekeeping, like all of our sessions, the lines are muted when you hop in, but we'd love to interact with you guys still. So if you want to drop a question, be sure to do that in your Zoom control panel there, in that Q&A box. If you want to leave us a comment, feel free to do that in the chat. And then today is going to be mostly focused on the features and generally how to use them. We're not going to dive into the individual clicks, the points and clicks of each one of these features. We'll be speaking more to use cases. So if you want to find more information about how to step by step tackle these features, these tools, check out that resource section inside your Zoom window, again, inside that control panel there. And you'll find some resources for those instructions there. And then really quickly, we're going to have some polls and some surveys go out. The polls will be during this session, so feel free to please engage with those. We'd love to get your guys' feedback on all the things there. And then also we'll have an after session survey that goes out as well. Really quickly, before I touch on the roadmap, I know we always get questions. So today's session is recorded and the recording will go out at the end of the week. So just keep that in mind. But for what we're covering today, the roadmap here. So really, we're going to talk about a few of these new features here, starting with reducing meeting prep time. What are the tools you have at your disposal inside Nitrogen to help you reduce that time on the back end and then really move into scaling those client meetings? What tools are available now to help you? Basically create and build those meetings, but also conduct those meetings in a really efficient way. And then we're going to move into our newest tool here, AI Tax Center, to talk about how you can elevate those tax conversations. And I always love calling out support, how you guys can continue to keep getting help. So we'll round out the session with some support AI tools there as well. And then of course we'll have our Q&A at the end. So if you have questions, drop them in that Q&A box there, and we would love to get you guys your answers. So without further ado, Stephanie, I'm going to pass it over to you. Stephanie's going to be our main driver, as always, with the screen share. So Stephanie, thank you for that. But we're going to get things kicked off with how you can reduce that meeting prep time with AI discovery and AI statement capture. So, Stephanie, I'll pass it over to you for that.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you, Ian. All right, let me get this kicked off here. So we'll jump you into the product. So yeah, first things first, if you're thinking about meeting preparations, preparing, kind of having those things ready to go beforehand. Maybe some of your preparation includes researching different securities or analyzing a client or prospect's portfolio, looking at what kinds of holdings they have. Maybe it's a prospect, you're looking at their existing holdings and you're seeing what you can change for them, how you can help them invest better. Interpreting those client statements, as robust and complicated as they could be sometimes. So we've got a few tools now to help with that. First up, we're going to show you this AI discovery. So discovery at the top. Now, discovery is a part of Research Center. So with discovery now being AI powered, you can come in here and just with simple language, simple words, you can use this search box to do research for specific securities, find different categories of securities. So if you're looking to maybe prepare ahead of a client meeting and have kind of a list of securities ready to go that you want to talk about, or if you're looking at a client statement and you're like, what security is that? You can come in here and do a little bit of research. So maybe we want tech stocks, um, with a risk number less than 80 and expenses less than, I don't know, 1%, let's say. Let's just throw it in there. So you can come in here and again, just sort of like describe what you're looking for. We're going to, or the tool is then going to parse out the different pieces of what you are describing to create filters in discovery. So the risk number, that expense ratio that I mentioned, equity sectors. So we've already narrowed it down to about 200 results. So maybe we want to narrow that down further. We can continue refining our search. Um, maybe a particular cap size or drawdown or whatever it might be. You can continue filtering and then you can scroll left and right to see just kind of a summary of your results column by column. This is all the data that we're sort of providing and helping you sort by here in Discovery. And then you can click on an individual security to dive a little bit deeper. So definitely come in here if you have Research Center and you want to explore Discovery and see, okay, how can I search for different things? Um, we have in this sort of side panel on the left, if you want to see um, a little more specific information on what you can search and filter by, you'll see these options under filters in the left. So size, style, dividends, returns, things of that nature. You can narrow down your search. So let's say returns greater than 5%. I don't know. We're just throwing out some figures. So I can continue to iterate on that. The AI will scan through and kind of surface those filters that work and that kind of fall into the category that I'm looking for. And you can always give us feedback down at the bottom as well. So you can tell the AI, did it do a good job or not? So we'll have those feedback boxes down at the bottom. So that's AI discovery. Again, using natural language, researching investments, maybe building model ideas. There's tons of opportunity here. And you can continue iterating with those prompts to really drill down to exactly what you're looking for. And you can take it even further. And like I mentioned, click on one of these securities to open up the individual statistics to see for that security. So that's AI discovery. Again, maybe part of your initial prep, initial research. Next up, we want to show you AI statement capture. So this is really exciting. This is within portfolios. Um, and honestly, I think you can do the same thing in proposals too. But where we're seeing many advisors use AI statement capture specifically is inside of portfolios. So imagine you're working with a prospect, they send you a statement ahead of time, but it's just in a PDF, it's sitting in your email. You want to come in and you want to add an account and then pull up and upload that file. So you can upload the file here, whether it's PDF or a spreadsheet. And this is powered by the Nitrogen AI so that you just simply upload that PDF statement, that spreadsheet, and the AI tool will scan it and pull out, extract the accounts, the holdings, the dollar values and quantities. It'll do all of that for you within minutes. So you don't have to sit here and manually type everything out. So that's the new AI statement capture tool. This should be available in most accounts. We are working with some broker dealers and larger firms to get final approval. um, for that AI powered tool. So if you don't see this just yet, hopefully it'll be coming soon, available in your accounts. But most folks um, should be able to access that there and quickly extract holding information from PDF statements. So, Ian, anything you would add for discovery or a statement capture for that meeting?
Not too much there. I think that was great. The only thing I might add is, working with these AI tools, of course, with something like statement capture, making sure the results, the outputs look correct. So always vetting those results, right? We're still working with an AI tool here. Generally, it's very accurate. We've seen some great results. But two, just a second part here to that, just a quick tip. When it comes to uploading statements, I always recommend removing all the extra fluff from those statements. Sometimes you'll get a statement from a client that's, maybe 100 pages. Removing all the pages that don't have information about holding data can really help with that upload speed. So definitely recommend that there. But I do know we have just a quick little testimonial that we want to play for you guys from some of our advisors. So we'll flash that up on the screen here. Just a quick little note about AI statement capture, and then we'll come back and talk about the rest of our tools here.
I won't start whipping out the software until at least meeting two, because I don't want to overstimulate everyone. So when it comes to entering in the current portfolio, Nitrogen's ability to upload their current statements is a game changer. I wish this was around when I brought in this big, large wirehouse statement. I kid you not, Chris, 172 pages, not holdings, 172 pages.
I did not have statements uploaded before a client Zoom call, and it did
Yeah.
it while I was logging into the Zoom, and I was able to just go on the fly of like, here's what you have, here's what I'm looking at. Like, but I was like, oh my God, if I had to go to punch all that in, it would have been a problem.
All right. Thanks for flashing that up there, Stephanie. Just a little quick sort of testimonial there. We love showing that. Thank you to Wendy and Luke there. They're loving that tool, and I think it's a really good just illustration of how quickly and easily something like the statement capture tool can save you time, especially before those meetings. So, moving on into our next section here, as you might recall in the beginning, I talking about how we can scale those client meetings, how we can lead confidently with our AI tools inside Nitrogen. And what we're going to be talking about is AI Meeting Center. So, AI Meeting Center transforms client meetings from reactive to proactive and intelligent. It's an intelligent meeting assistant, right? So it helps you summarize notes, surface opportunities, and ensure every discussion leads to clear action. Now, something I want to really drive home here is that this is not just another meeting note taker. This is a tool that has access to all of your nitrogen data, specific client data for your specific clients, and it leverages that data to help you create very personalized meeting agendas. So, really quickly here, you'll see that Stephanie navigated to the meetings tab on the top header here. This is our general meetings dashboard, our meeting center, where you'll be able to see all of your upcoming and past meetings. On that left-hand side, you'll see your meeting calendar or just a calendar view in general where you can navigate between days, weeks, or months. And then in the top right, we have the meeting settings button. That's where I want to start here because this is how you're going to get the tool set up. And I quickly want to show what we can actually set up here and how we can integrate this tool with our calendar. So if we click into meeting setting here, you'll see we have it set up with our Google Calendar. It's already connected for us. So just know that you can connect it to Google Calendar. And then in terms of video conferencing, we have a few options there as well. Our team's made it super easy, especially if you work with Google Meet or Microsoft Teams. There's absolutely no setup required there. But if you use Zoom like us, there is a little short process there where you can click to connect. Now, we also have CRM integrations, which are optional but available. So, Redtail, Salesforce, and Wealthbox are available to integrate there. That way, you can capture those meeting details in your CRM as well. So, setup is very quick, very painless. It only takes a few minutes at the most to get everything going for you. And then once you are ready to go, you can have Nitrogen AI's meeting note taker join your meetings. And our team's done it in a really cool way where it's going to join in the background. It's not going to be a big loud box saying, hey, Nitrogen AI has joined the meeting. It does it in the background for you guys, and it's going to capture those notes for the client or prospect that you're meeting with. So here we've had a meeting in the past, just today, actually, with Mark here, our prospect that we've been talking about this entire week. And this is within his profile now. So you'll see that meetings tab there. If you navigate to that within a client profile, you'll be able to see all of the past meetings. And if you have taken any notes from that meeting, you'll be able to surface those there. Now, for us here today, we don't have any notes available for Mark, but all you would have to do is click on the notes button here, and you would be able to view the entire notes from that meeting. Now, like I said before, this is not just an AI note taker tool. This goes way beyond it. This is a tool that helps you both capture notes, but helps you draft and create preparation for your future meetings. So here inside of the meetings tab, we have meeting prep. This is where you can navigate before meetings and have Nitrogen AI help you create a meeting agenda inside this prompting box here. So it's very simple. All you need to do, just like Discovery, is use natural language here, prompt it for how you want to set up your meeting, how you want the meeting to go, what you want to talk about. And if nothing comes to mind and you're kind of just sitting there with that blank page syndrome, I know I do that all the time. I love that our team did this. They've selected a few common topics for you to enter here. So maybe for Mark, because he's a prospect, we can say, hey, this is a prospect meeting. We want to do some risk number review there. We also want to talk about his retirement planning as well. So here you can just click those. It's going to translate those little chips, those topics into a full-on prompt for you. And from there, you can just click the go button or the arrow button to process. Now, it's going to take a few seconds here. It's going to take a look at everything you have entered for Mark. So if he's taking that risk questionnaire, it's going to use that data. If he has a portfolio entered, maybe you've captured his portfolio from that statement capture tool. It's going to take a look at those portfolio holdings and generate some talking points based off of that. So this is really where I was saying this is not just a note taker tool. This actually takes all of that data from your notes from the profile itself and generates a really nice agenda for you to use in your upcoming meeting here. So you'll see we've generated some talking points based on that risk tolerance, his current portfolio analysis, and some retirement planning outlook pieces there as well. And these are all really comprehensive. It's not going to give you just very simple feedback notes here. It's going to say, hey, we're actually giving you data here. We're giving you GPA. We're giving you holding account information, totals, all of that stuff is going to be in here. So really cool tool, really great way to prepare for your meetings and scale your meetings as well. So that is AI Meeting Center. Stephanie, anything you want to add there? Anything I might have missed at all?
Yeah, I'll mention too, with these notes and the talking points, once you use the AI tool to sort of help you craft an agenda, you can always edit it. So if you need to take some pieces out or add some pieces, copy them over into maybe like an agenda document or something like that, or a follow-up email after you meet with clients. We have some quick edit and copy buttons that you can access here as well.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for that, Stephanie. Really good call out. Really quickly here, I know I'm curious. We're all curious here to hear from you guys. Which part of your client meeting process could AI improve the most? So we're going to drop a quick poll inside of the event here. Feel free to answer that for us. And while you guys are doing that, we'll get into our next section here, and that's AI Tax Center. So Stephanie, I'll pass it over to you for that.
Yeah, awesome. So let's keep going on the AI train. We've prepped for a meeting. Maybe we've already met with Mark once or twice, and maybe the topic of taxes have come up, or we want to layer in and add a little bit more value. With the new AI Tax Center, you can come into the taxes tab within a client or prospect profile and simply upload a 1040. to be able to have a pretty deep conversation about different tax components with clients and prospects. So it's super easy. We'll kind of show what that would look like. Now, I will add AI Tax Center is brand new to Nitrogen this year. It is an add-on available to, I believe, any subscription. So if you wanted to add this on, you can contact our team. I know we have an online form, so we can drop that in the chat as well. If you're interested in learning more about AI Tax Center for your own account, after you see today's example, you can go online and fill out that form. But I'm going to click Get Started here. And we could just click through a few basic pieces here. And then I'm going to click Next. And then let's say this is for, last year's tax return, 2024. You can drag and drop or browse your files to bring that up. So I'm going to drop in his tax return, and then I'm going to submit it. So with that tax return PDF, that 1040, the statement or the AI Tax Center is going to analyze all of that data. And in a few minutes, it will bring up a really nice kind of summary and insights page. So your tax center summary will go through and talk about income pieces and all sorts of details, charitable contributions, state-specific tax data. It will look at that. So it creates this nice sort of on-screen visual, almost a dashboard of sorts that you can go through as a summary with your client or prospect and show them tax information about their account. And in addition to that summary, the really cool thing, similar to AI Meeting Center, what the Tax Center will do is create an insights tab for you as well. So not only will it summarize the tax data based on their 1040, but it'll give you an insights. So it's, again, another sort of bullet list of, okay, based on their income, here's some information and talking points. Based on their maybe charitable contributions or taxable accounts, non-taxable accounts, like the different accounts they have, things like that. It'll create bullet lists of talking points and insights for you around their taxes. So I'm going to let that process. It does take a couple of minutes because we are crunching and extracting a lot of data.
I
So
think
what
I think
we
too,
can,
Stephanie,
yeah.
while that's loading, if you don't mind, I think what we can do is I'd love to talk about the support piece. So while that guy is loading, a cool thing that you can do, you can navigate away, but we can also engage with our support pieces. So maybe this is loading, we're waiting for that to go, and I want to take a look at some help articles, or maybe I want to jump into our chat here and engage with our 24/7 support. So this is what I mentioned in the beginning, how you guys can continue to get support. I always like to call this out because we don't want to. We want to teach you guys how to fish. We don't want to just give you a fish here. So one of the really cool things that we have brought forward recently is our AI support. So this is Jen here. You can navigate into that chat box in the bottom right and open up a chat with Jen. And Jen is our AI 24/7 support agent, and she is a great place to jump into and ask your questions for anything in nitrogen. Now, she is trained on our entire universe, so all of our knowledge base, and she is very knowledgeable, and she can answer pretty much all of your questions from the get go. So, if you want to jump in here and you need extra help while you're going through nitrogen, maybe after one of our sessions this week in boot camp, you're just not remembering what is the risk number, how is it calculated, what's that GPA metric. This is a great place to hop in and instantly get an answer from Jen. Now, I will say, like all AI tools, nothing's 100%. And I say that because there might be questions that Jen can't answer. Maybe you have a question about your account specifically or whatever it might be. We still have a world-class support team that is available and will be hailed by Jen if she can't answer your questions. So just keep that in mind. Our support team is available 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, for you guys to engage with as well. But this is a really great place. She'll give you an answer. She'll also explain or give you some sources. So based on her answer, where is she getting that data from? And you can dive a little bit deeper into that knowledge base there. Now, one last piece I want to mention here is that help center. Our team puts a ton of work into the help center, so I'd be remiss if I didn't call it out. If you need extra help, you can always go to our help center here. This is a great place to get more resources. So our knowledge base is in here. We have training webinars and video tutorials. And also, if you want to stay up to date, like cool new tools that we're talking about today, you can always jump into the announcement tab and we will surface up some announcements for you guys. So just wanted to call that out. Stephanie, I'll pass it back to you. We'll jump back into the taxes to see where that guy is at. All that information takes a little bit of time to process there, so we'll jump back in there.
Yeah, it does. So let's take a look and see. So it's still analyzing. Again, once we kind of have all that tax data present, there's a lot that you can drill into. And the value is you can show prospects and clients that you can talk with them about more than just their investments. So even if you're not maybe like a tax professional, you can still have those high level conversations with them. You get this summary information, capital gains, income amounts, tax brackets, all sorts of really great information here that you can add in and or have conversations and add into your conversations if they want to talk about these different components. So there's a lot here. This is that summary page that I mentioned. And then we also have those insights. So these are the sort of bullet points. What can we think about for this year and upcoming years? What should we consider changing? Maybe switching, from a traditional to a Roth IRA, something like that. The tool will sort of surface these bullet point insights for upcoming tax years. So that is AI Tax Center. Again, it is crunching a lot of data, but it gives you that really nice summary and those insights. Ian, anything else you would add before we wrap up?
Only other thing I'd add here is that you can replace the tax return. So if by mistake you upload the incorrect one, or if you need to upload a fresh one, you can always come into the top right here and click replace tax return. That's going to let you re-upload that statement there. So yeah, I think that was it. Really great overview. Thank you for that, Stephanie. We'll move on into sort of our wrap up here because we are going to move into Q&A in just a moment. But today, we've seen how nitrogen AI tools aren't just about automation, they're also about amplification, right? So helping you prepare smarter, lead stronger, and deliver more personalized value in every client conversation. And really, that's what sets the tools in Nitrogen, AI tools in Nitrogen, apart. Is they're purpose built for advisors, designed for the moments that matter most, and that's those moments in front of your clients, right? So, just a few key takeaways here: AI discovery and statement capture. They help you cut that prep time down pretty dramatically, allowing you to get more time on the back end there. AI Meeting Center, right? Streamlining your meetings and follow-up, scaling your meetings even more. AI Tax Center, turning those insights into tangible client value. And then we saw Jen, our AI support tool, to get those answers instantly. So just wanted to have a few takeaways there. And Stephanie, I know we're going to get into Q&A here in just a moment, but I'll pass it over to you because we have some continuing resources for you guys.
Yeah, so as a reminder, I know we've probably talked about these resources a lot this week, but we have some help resources in that help center that we mentioned. For today, we want to get your thoughts on this session of Bootcamp. So we'll launch our survey, our poll here. We'll give you a couple minutes, so pop over there, give us your feedback on today's session. You can also email our team, specifically anytime, coaching@nitrogenwealth.com. And then all of those training resources that we mentioned, You can find the majority of them in our help center. You can also go to nitrogenwealth.com/customers. But everything Ian mentioned earlier, those video guides, reaching our team by live chat, reaching them by email. We have lots of tools at your fingertips so you can access those. And our upcoming events, if you want to see us in person, we're super excited about these innovations that are already in the platform. And at our summit in February, we'll be sharing even more innovations and updates with you. So we'd love to have you join us February 18th through 20th in Denver. Use that code on the screen there, Coaching VIP, to get a discount on your registration to our summit, if you can join us. So we'd love to have you join us or tune into the product keynotes that are happening there for Summit. And with that, we will move into Q&A. So as a reminder, if you haven't already asked us any questions in the Q&A box at the bottom of your Zoom, go ahead and jump in there, ask those questions. We will jump here into live Q&A.